Hey guys, TJ Banski here, coming at you from the Pacific Northwest, and I'm doing part 3 of preparing for the future. Things to consider if you're not doing these already from your 60s and beyond. So at this point in life, I'm sure you have grandkids, you have children, you have maybe have great-grandchildren. But the point is to, I guess, figure out what else to do around this age. I mean, obviously have fun and live life to the fullest. Retirement, going on vacations, being there for your great grandchildren or your children, just being there for them. From my experience, being in the financial environment as a career, I've seen a lot of different things happen. So first off, a lot of our clients that would come in, they have assets all over the place. They'll have it at investment companies, they'll have it at several different banks and things like that. And some things to already consider if you're not doing them already is to probably consolidate. A lot of different people that I've talked to who are successful and who are doing these different things, they have like 3 or 4 different various places that they have their assets at. So, one for play money, one for savings, one for, their legacy, possibly one for play money or for expenses and things like that. But at most, 3 or 4 different places or institutions where they have their assets, where they can literally just pass it on. A tip for if you're considering consolidating all your assets is to definitely make sure that you have your POAs, your beneficiaries, your PODs in place, so then that way you have, that time and that energy to not worry about it for later on. Another tip is if you have a safety deposit box, always have someone else on it. Of course, in any circumstances, if you have several accounts, always have a POD, POA, executor, anyone that will be on there for you for a beneficiary or even a co-owner. That way they have access to those funds or those things that are in your safety deposit box or any of the accounts that you may have. Another thing to maybe consider if you're not doing already is to donate or gift away or sell off items that no longer give you that sense of happiness or even fulfillment. So basically every year, ideally is to go through things that you don't like or don't have any or don't use anymore, things like that. But of course life gets in the way, so where do you make this time, right? So this is a really good opportunity when you have those slow times in your life or even during retirement and things like that, to just kind of go through and take a consideration of what you enjoy most in your life, what you still wear, what you still use on a daily basis, and then possibly get rid of things that don't mean as much to you. My great-grandmother would, at the time before her passing, she labeled everything to hand off to her children and or great-grandchildren and or grandchildren, just so that she had it all in place. She still those things still meant a lot to her, but in the end, when the time of her passing, she had the little names on the bottom of the little trinkets or different sculptures or paintings and things like that, and she was able to pass them on to us. So that was really neat. Another thing to possibly consider, if you haven't already, is to, of course, review your will and make sure it's updated, as well as possibly do a video will. I mean, why not? At this point, you have lived life to the fullest. You have probably a lot of stories to share, so why not share them? Not only with your friends and family, but with a videographer, or maybe even just a cell phone. Just talk about the different stories that you have witnessed and things like that. Maybe even do a video will where you talk about what items you want to go to what, maybe even talk to certain people that you want on the will, things like that. But basically it's just giving that personal touch, that personal love to whoever is going to be viewing it and showing it to all your loved ones. Again, closing thoughts, live life to the fullest, enjoy what you have right now, and just know that you know, we don't live forever. We want to be able to pass on those things that we have, assets, you know, all those great things to the next generation. And with what I know from my knowledge of working in the financial realm per se, is just make sure that you leave that for them. Of course, you can do whatever you want with your assets. You can spend it all. You can do all of these great things with it. But just ensure that if you are wanting to leave something for your family, leave it now. It's nothing but there's nothing like the present to start those different things if you're not doing them already. Again, I am not a financial advisor or personal, I guess, asset protection person or a lawyer, so please reach out to your lawyer or your financial advisor for any advice on these things that I have listed. Again, part 2 and part 1 are in the video links down below, as well as throughout the video. And hey, thank you again for tuning in. I have links down below for my blog, as well as for my Teespring ad, where I got a couple of different new things on there, so check it out. Again, thank you for tuning in. You guys rock. Keep living life with a kick and a smile. Keep kicking and smiling, and I'll see you later. TJ Banski, out.